Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video. And in this video, I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. Today I'm going to be playing this scenario that was created by Psy13275 on the AI Dungeon website. This scenario is called Superhero RPG, where you play as a superhero in any place that you want, where you get to choose your powers, your arch enemy, and exactly how you want your suit made. The start is a little long because you have to build out your character, but they wanted to make it so that it would be as detailed as the player wanted it to be. So it's kind of like a make your own superhero RPG AI dungeon session. So I think that's pretty cool. It has 157 upvotes, so people seem to really like this superhero RPG scenario versus all the other ones that exist. So in this video, I'm going to build a character, and then my goal will be to try and defeat my arch enemy in 30 minutes. That's why you have the 30-minute timer at the bottom. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into building my character, and then once the character is built, I'm going to start the timer. So this video is going to be a little longer than just 30 minutes. Okay, so what's my first name? Jet. Last name, Black. My age, 23. What's my gender? Male. Don't know if that needs to be capitalized or not. How long is your hair? Medium length? Question mark. And people don't normally ask me that. Medium. What's my hair color? Black. What is your job when you aren't saving people? Research engineer. Okay. Where do you live / save people? Rocket City. Okay. What is your best friend's name? The only person who knows that you're a superhero. I'm going to go with Aidan. What is your secret identity? It's weird because everybody calls me Jet Black, and Jet Black is also what I would use as my superhero name. Tej. I'm Tej Kcalb or whatever. No, that's not right. Come on, you know how to do things backwards. Jet Black. There you go, but backwards. What are your powers? Manifestation. Or just say like spellcasting. Simple, lets you do about the same thing. What color or colors are your superhero suit? Black and white. Okay, what extra details does your suit have that makes you different? For example, Superman has an S. A symbol of a rocket ship on the chest. What is your arch enemy's name? That actually is a good question. I probably should have used my name backwards for my arch enemy's name. Plain white. No, plain white. That's how I wanted to look. Plain white. What are their powers? Okay, if I'm good at spell casting, they should probably have something that kind of like counters me a little bit. So magic negation and force field generation. There you go. That seems like that'd be kind of hard to beat. Okay, so now that it's generating the story, let's start up the timer. Can I defeat my arch enemy Plain White in 30 minutes? Let's find out. You are Jet Black, a 23-year-old male. You have medium black. Thanks. You work as a research engineer during the day in Rocket City. You work with your best friend Aidan. You trust them with the most important secret you have. You are a superhero. A very good one, in fact. You are known as Tej Kcalb. You have the powers to spell casting. Of course, you found it was best to keep a normal life, so you wear a costume when you are saving people. Your costume is black and white and has a symbol of a rocket ship on the chest. You haven't been a superhero for long, but in the time you have been, you met someone who stands out among all the evil. Plain White has been the most annoying villain to deal with, and they have the power to magic negation and force field generation. They haven't been seen in the last week or two at all. You are starting to get worried that they are planning something. You are looking down at your phone and walking to work when suddenly you hear a scream. You jump up and look around to see what's going on. A few yards away, you see a large man holding a woman and a child hostage with a knife. You look at him and then frown. This isn't good. Okay, so I'm going to dart into an alleyway and change into Tej Kcalb. Let's see. They're like new quest. Go to work, defeat your archenemy, use your powers. You're just given all the quests at the same time. Okay. You turn to an alleyway and quickly change into your hero persona. You now have very different powers. You decide to think like a superhero to solve the problem. You consider what the hero Captain Valor would do in this situation. He was a very straightforward kind of guy. Okay, cool. I'm going to attempt to cast a lightning spell. I misspelled lightning. A lightning spell to disarm the attacker and yell for the hostage to run away. I need to focus on trying to track down Plain White and what he's been up to. You raise your hands and point at the criminal. You gather up the energy for a lightning spell and speak the words to cast it. Suddenly, as you cast it out, a massive shield appears in front of the criminal. It withstands the lightning spell, which disperses around the shield. I say, Plain White, is that you? I noticed that you summoned a force field. Yeah, because I mean, force field generation is what Plain White can do, so that makes sense. It's like he gave him away. The criminal grins and begins to speak. So, Tej, you finally figured out it was me. Thanks for making this easy, guys. Suddenly, 2 more men run up behind you and knock you out with a punch to the back of the head. Wake up and look around. Oh, great. So, I've been kidnapped by my archenemy, which actually might help me out a lot because that means that I'm already, like, around the enemy. I don't have to try and track them down. You wake up and look around your surroundings. You are tied to a chair in what seems to be an abandoned warehouse. Your arms are tied behind the chair, but your legs are free. You see 4 criminals stand around laughing about something. One of them notices you are awake and begins walking towards you. I'm going to attempt to backflip into the enemy walking towards me. Okay. Your goal is to land in such a way to where the chair you are bound to breaks against the enemy's back. If you succeed, then the enemy should be knocked unconscious and you should be free from your restraints. Okay, I can't believe I misspelled unconscious. I'm slipping, guys. Maybe it's the adrenaline, trying to get it within 30 minutes. Got me messing up. Basic spelling. Okay, let's see. Oops, story summary getting in the way. That's my true archenemy. You lean back and attempt a backflip. Unfortunately, you don't have enough momentum. You don't land quite where you had wanted. Where do I land if not on the guy? You attempt to backflip. You just backflip in front of him, and then you half land. You like land on the side of your head or something stupid. Okay, cool. So that didn't really work. Attempt to stand up and cast a spell to release an energy shockwave. You hope that the shockwave spell frees you from your restraints and knocks back the goons. Okay, so let's see if this works. You attempt to cast a shockwave spell, but unfortunately you're too weak from hunger and the spell fails to manifest. The large man walks forward and punches you in the stomach, knocking the wind out of you. He snarls. Where's Plain White? I need to kill him. The large man stabs you in the shoulder with a knife. He smiles and says, "People don't ask questions in this line of work, kids." They get answers. He pulls the knife out of your shoulder and walks towards you again. You're already up on me and stuff. How close are you gonna fucking get? Attempt to headbutt the large man. Yeah, like, why are you walking up on me as if that's safe? As if that somehow helps you? He'd be really close to me. You headbutt the large man in the nose as hard as you can. You feel the bone crunch and blood spurts out. The man yells in pain and falls to the floor, holding his face. Okay. Attempt to cast a simple strength spell to grant you the strength to break out of your restraints. Okay. If I can break out of my restraints, that'll give me like a better chance against these goons. You focus all of your strength into your arms, attempting to pull them out of the restraints. To your surprise, you feel them give a little. The sound of police sirens can be heard outside the warehouse. The large man gets off the floor and yells, "Run!" Okay, sweet. Attempt to free yourself from your restraints now that they've begun to give a little. You need to hurry, as you don't want plain white to get away. Yeah, so I need to make sure that I'm able to take down plain white in the next few minutes. I don't know how much time I have, but the alarm will definitely let me know. You continue to pull hard, straining against the rope. It continues to give a little, and you slowly get it over your hands. The large man runs at you with a knife, ready to stab you in defense. Oh, come on, I thought they were running away. Also, wait, did he pull the knife that was in my shoulder out of my shoulder? Okay, let's see. Attempt to get free of the restraints in time to throw the chair at the oncoming assailant. I'm hoping that if I throw a chair at him, it'll like incapacitate him in some way, or at least slow him down if he's racing towards me. Let's see. The story summary. You get your hands over the arms of the chair, and it breaks free of the bolts keeping it in place. Oh, there were bolts keeping it in place? Was I bolted to a chair? I'm actually really confused by that, because clearly I have like mobility. It said my legs were free, and I tried to do a backflip earlier. Anyways, you throw the chair at the large man as he attempts to stab you. The chair hits him directly in the face, and he falls to the ground. I'm going to say, I'm not playing games. The police are nearby. Where is plain white? I have unfinished business with him. It's interesting that it's early in your superhero career. It kind of reminds me of like a Batman Year One situation, except you already have like an arch-nemesis. The large man seems unperturbed by your threats. He says, "Run," once more, and 3 other men start running out of the warehouse. You notice that the door is just to the left of the chair that you are still strapped to. I'm out of the chair. I'm out of the chair. You notice that the door is just to the left of you. I guess just to the left of where you were sitting. Okay. So let's see. You look at the criminals that are running away to try and identify if any of them are plain white. Because if they're not, I can kind of let the small fry go. If they're all working for plain white anyways, then it really doesn't matter. Once all the criminals are gone, you look around and see the leader of the gang. You recognize his face from the wanted poster in your apartment. With this information, you know you have finally found plain white. Knowing this, and then tried to give me like a list of things. So let me get rid of that last part. Okay, cool. So plain white just didn't leave when the police showed up. Plain white. What have you been planning? Why didn't you leave when you heard the police sirens? Yeah, because that actually is really weird. It's like, you kidnap me, but you don't kill me. Police show up to your place, but then you don't run away. Plain White turns to stare at you. I can't believe you managed to get out of those restraints, he says. Then turns to run out of the warehouse. Oh, crap, he is running. You attempt to run after him, but only manage a few steps before falling over exhausted. Oh no, the blood loss and everything. Okay, attempt to trip Plain White using a spell that generates sticky goop in the ground. Well, I guess not in the ground, but on the ground in front of him. So I want him to like run into the goop and then it like stick to his feet and then he fall over. You chant, focusing all of your energy on what you hope will be a successful spell. The goop appears on the ground in front of Plain White's feet. Unfortunately, he manages to leap over it without losing much speed. He runs out the door, and you give chase. Okay, crap. So I'm still chasing him. The goop thing didn't really work. Let me try another tactic. So I attempt to, cast a spell to inform the police of Plain White's location so that they can help you chase down Plain White. Yeah, so as long as I have the police helping me, it doesn't matter if I'm tired and that my spells aren't working. You quickly think of a way to contact the police. Considering you don't own a cell phone and have no idea what's happening outside the warehouse, you decide on creating a field of vision-blocking smoke to appear outside the warehouse door. What? Why would I do that? Retry that. the last part is what threw me. It was the concept that it's like, so then you block the door so they can't see him. It's like, why would you do that? You pull out your phone and send a quick text to your partner. Weeks. Look outside and tell me what you see. I'm not too far away. You wait a few moments as your partner looks outside their window. I guess I'm messaging my partner Weeks. I don't have a partner named Weeks. The AI is just making stuff up. As you exit the warehouse, you fall to the ground. As you pick yourself up, you notice a large police van pull up. The side door slides open and several heavily armed police get out of the vehicle. You expect them to arrest you, but instead, they point their guns at the warehouse exit. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I'm chasing Plain White. Follow me. Yeah, like, it's good that the police are just here. We need to, like, work together to try and, like, get him. You see the police look at each other nervously without lowering their guns. One carefully walks over to you and says, "Sir, we have strict orders to stay put until the threat has been completely neutralized." You turn back to the exit from which Plain White will shortly emerge. Didn't Plain White already run out of the warehouse? Okay, let's see. He says, then turns to run out of the warehouse. So he was running out of the warehouse. He was able to, yeah, he ran out of the door. Yeah, you don't understand. He's already gone. Like, you guys were too late to catch him. So I'm going to say, Plain White isn't in the warehouse anymore. He's already running down the street. I am going to chase after him. If you want to neutralize the threat, then you'll follow me. Yeah, like, this is actually like a really interesting situation to be in, where they're like, no, the villain's still inside. And it's like, no, the villain isn't still inside. We're wasting time. You see a couple of the officers slowly approach the exit, following you. You look back at them and keep running down the street. After 10 minutes of running, you're completely out of breath. One of the officers calls out, "He's getting away." What do you mean slowly approach the exit? I'm really confused, because we're not in the warehouse. Retry. And we're not going back toward the warehouse. Okay, we're following you, the officer says, but we're staying between you and him at all times. Just try anything, and you'll get 100 bullets in your back. You don't have time to argue, so you just hurry down the street after playing white. Okay, so they are going to follow me. I'm going to attempt to cast a spell to increase your stamina and speed. You hope that you'll be able to catch up to plain white so that you can tackle him to the ground. Okay. So if I can get him to the ground, it should be easier for the police to arrest him. That being said, he does have a force field, so tackling him might not be the best thing to do. As you run down the street, you hear a series of gunshots from behind you. You turn around to see the police executing those in the warehouse. With all enemies defeated, they get back into the van and follow you. You think to yourself, these police aren't playing around. They want to kill plain white and his men just as much as I do. You hurry down the street after plain white. You attempt to fire magical goo at plain white's feet in an attempt to bind him to the ground. Okay, so I'm glad that I have the police on my side, but I still am in a weird situation where plain white's just in the lead. He's just outrunning all of us. You turn to fire, but the police are advancing on you with their guns raised. What do you mean turn to fire? I'm not firing at the police. Excuse me, retry. Unfortunately, you miss and hit a dumpster instead. The magical goo completely engulfs the dumpster and wells it to the ground. You continue to run, hoping that you can catch up to plain white before he reaches his car. Ooh, oh no, plain white has like a getaway car or whatever. Okay, maybe I can try what I just did with the dumpster with the getaway car. So I'm going to attempt to fire magical goo at plain white's getaway car to prevent him from using his getaway car. Yeah, because if I get that, then he's just running on foot still. And I have the police who are helping me who are willing to kill him. Your aim is perfect this time, and the magical goo hits the back tire of his car. The car swerves out of control and slams into a light pole. You stop running out of breath. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to attempt to cast a lightning spell to shoot plain white in the head as he attempts to exit his getaway car. Because it sounds like he already got in the getaway car by the time I started shooting at the car with the goo. He does have a force field, he might be able to block it. The lightning bolt flies out of your fingertips and hits plain white in the chest, but seems to have no effect on him. What the hell, you say to yourself? Plain white steps out of the car and begins walking towards you, followed by his men. Oh, he has like multiple dudes in the car. Okay. You yell, police. He and his men are over here. I stopped his getaway car. Unload your bullets on him. We have to stop him. Okay. Let's see if the police can help finish the job. Because I'm kind of in like a weird situation where I'm just tired. I'm continually just out of breath running after this dude. The police begin firing at plain white. The bullets harmlessly hit his chest and arms, and then he charges towards you. That's when you notice that the police have mysteriously stopped firing their guns. Help me! Okay, so the police have just given up. Plain white does have like a force field or whatever. You attempt to cast a spell to make plain white's force field attack him. So I want his force field to essentially be like the thing that takes him down. He thinks this is his greatest defense, but I'm going to use it offensively against him. Unfortunately, this has no effect. With no more bullets to fire, the police officers resort to their tasers. This doesn't stop him, and he manages to grab you and pull you into his embrace. Great. So he's just holding me. I'm going to attempt to cast a spell that electrifies my body. The spell doesn't hurt you, but you hope that it will stun and incapacitate Plain White. Set it up. The spell has no effect on you. He begins to squeeze the life out of you. What's this, he says, squeezing so tight that your head nearly pops off your neck? Could it be muscle power? So Plain White's just like super strong or whatever. And also invulnerable. He's just not taking any hits. Attempt to knock out Plain White in order to escape his embrace before he can kill you with his death grip. Because this hold is like really getting me. Plain White's just super strong. Maybe he disappeared for a while because he was like, I gotta hit up the gym. Your fist hits his face and knocks out his teeth. Oh, I did just straight up say knock out. I was gonna headbutt him, but punching him's cool. Keeping your cool, you attempt to punch him again with your other hand. Unfortunately for you, Plain White dodges your punch and headbutts you right in the nose. Okay, so we're just straight up street fighting then. Okay. Attempt to grab his shoulders to hold him in place and knee him directly in the groin. I really need to like finish throwing hands with him. I can't knee him in the, you can't say in the groin. In the nuts. Say in the nuts. There we go. Groin for some reason, not allowed. Nuts, perfectly fine. You grasp onto his shoulders as tight as you can, but he manages to pull your arms away and hold them behind your back. With no other option, you brace yourself for the pain about to come. Plain White doesn't just need you in the nuts. Plain White, just say Plain White knees you in the nuts. Cool. So I got kneed in the nuts. Yell, police, come and help me fight Plain White. If we all jump him, we'll win. Like, come on. My powers aren't working. And your boy just need me in the nuts. Like, what are you doing? You want help? Ask a random police officer stepping out of the crowd. Sure. Please, you say, with the last of your breath. Why not, says the officer. He unbuttoned his pants and begins to piss on you. There. Oh, the cops are not helpful. They're actually just also bad guys. Okay, cool. Can't trust the cops. Plain White. These cops aren't as loyal to you as you think. They killed the men in your warehouse. That being said, I can't rely on them either. You attempt to cast a death spell on Plain White using the police piss as a casting material. Like as a casting ingredient. I don't know what that'll do. I don't know if that'll create killer piss or something. But this is like a really weird concept. You cast the spell and the fluid the police officer was urinating on you was caught in the crossfire, killing him almost instantly. The lightning bolt hits Plain White, and he falls to the floor. So because I used his pee as a casting ingredient, maybe it like... Because it says it was caught in the crossfire and there was lightning. So did it like conduct into his pee? It used his pee as the energy source of the lightning and then also shot him. So it killed them both. Bet you didn't see that coming. That's my secret lightning piss move. Okay. Attempt to beat Plain White in the face while he's down. I'm not playing around. You managed to hit him twice in the face before the other police officers managed to get you off of him. It's over, we got him, they say, putting handcuffs on you. You are right, says another police officer, who appears to be the captain. Captain, your men are corrupt. They're working with Plain White. Don't arrest me. Arrest him. Yeah, this is like a really weird situation where the police definitely aren't on my side. I'm not working with anyone. I was just trying to stop a crime in progress. The captain smacks you in the head, knocking you unconscious. When you wake up, you find yourself in... Great, so I just haven't beat Plain White. I don't know how much time I have left, but I can't have much. Part 3, Nightmare. You wake up on the floor of a barren room, feeling groggy and confused. Your hands are tightly cuffed behind you, and your head is pounding. The room is dark, illuminated by a single dangling light bulb. You stand up and look around. Great. Get rid of the Part 3 Nightmare thing. So, you look to see if you are in a cell with Plain White. If I am, I'll finish this fight here and now. It doesn't matter if I'm in jail. Well, if he's in jail. Wait, didn't I win? You're alone in a barren room. Hello, you say? No response. You yell as loud as you can. Hello? Still no response. Losing your patience, you start slamming your body weight against the door. Okay. Attempt to cast a teleportation spell to travel to Plain White's current location. I need to, like, kill him, like, here and now. Because I know I'm running out of time. You attempt to use your spell book in order to teleport, but you find that you're unable to concentrate. I don't have a spell book. Refresh. This isn't the best idea, but you're desperate to get out. Attempting to cast the spell results in nothing. You can't even feel your magic powers for some reason. Great. Okay, so this is, like, the least advantageous situation to be in. I lost. Okay, so I tried to get it within, like, the 30-minute time frame, but Plain White was just too good. Even the lightning piss move wasn't enough to take him down. What do you guys think of this superhero RPG session? Should I try the speed run again? See if, like, the second time's the charm? He also created a supervillain RPG scenario, so what if I played the villain next time? Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you guys like AI Dungeon 2 content, I highly recommend that you check out my series, Jet, Starlight, and Xena Fairy Monster Hunters. That's my AI Dungeon 2 series that I do an episode of every single day, so if you like daily AI Dungeon 2 content, you're definitely in the right place. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. Thank you so much. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only, logging out. Peace. Chicka bow.